Do you know?
For a moment.
What? I thought you were sleepy. Why do you want me to sit on the bed all of a sudden?
Just get up. Here, take a seat on the bed.
Okay, I'm sitting. What is it that you want to tell me?
Let's talk about our current marriage situation. And I'm talking about finance. You quit your job when we got married together. We can barely even afford to take care of ourselves with my current yearly earnings.
We're not struggling at all. I've never thought for once that we were financially struggling.
No, you've been thinking wrong this whole time. It's a real struggle financially for us. If we are to have a child during this time when our financial burdens are getting worse, don't you think it'll be even more difficult? We're just going to end up feeling sorry for our kids because of the fact that we can't even afford to give them what they want. That's going to really hurt us as parents, and it definitely won't do the child any good either.
Our financial situation is not even as bad as you're making it out to be. You are making it sound much worse than it actually is. You are earning roughly $60,000 a year, Richard. That's plenty good enough for us and to raise 2 children. Isn't that good enough for a man to earn by himself?
But I'm not living alone. I'm a married man, so technically we're making $60,000 as a household, not an individual. So it's not a good enough number.
You were the one who told me to quit my job because I was spending sleepless nights doing software developments.
Yes, exactly. I'm telling you right now that we don't need children. We can just live off of my solo earnings. We don't need to be worrying about supporting children right now.
We have enough money to go on vacation trips overseas at least once every year. We also have enough money for you to buy me expensive name brand bags every year. Don't you think you're contradicting yourself right now?
I'm not contradicting anything. We're able to afford vacations and name brand items because we don't have any children.
I'll be very honest with you, Richard. I hope you understand what I'm getting at. I can't agree with you when you tell me that we shouldn't have any children because of financial reasons. I think we can definitely afford to take care of 2 children.
And I'm telling you that we really don't need to have kids.
Having a child between us means less room for loneliness and more room for love and happiness. Our relationship has been pretty dreary for a while, and I think having a child can fix that.
I don't necessarily agree with any of that. I don't think
That's it. From now on, I need to start looking into what you're doing and where you're going. Are you really begging for me to tweak your phone so that I can watch your every movement? I don't think you remember that I've worked with stuff like this before, so it's nothing new to me.
I'm all out of hair wax. Did you not fix me breakfast?
This kind of stuff is not anything new to me. Operating Google to find out your entire whereabouts is child's play in my book.
So what? What are you trying to tell me?
Care to explain this? It says here you were at the Vegas Motel at 3:32 in the afternoon. Here's another one. You were at another motel at 2 in the afternoon. Then you went to the Holiday Motel at 3:50 in the afternoon.
I've been having countless business dealings with different clients, so I was physically exhausted. I just needed a quick place to stay for a couple hours.
Cut the crap, Richard. None of your excuses even make sense in the first place. Why are you resting at a motel during the day when you should be working? Does your company know that you're spending your hours like this? Are they paying you to go sleep? If you guys are unmarried, why the hell do you go around sleeping in motels during the day while everyone is working? Hey, ma'am. Don't you, hey, ma'am, me. I hope you feel good about yourself after everything you've done with my husband. Feel good about what? You should have known that something like this was only bound to happen because you were sleeping with a married man. Listen, lady, I don't know who you are and I don't know what you're talking about. Richard is not a married man. Look at you, trying to play innocent. It's so pathetic. I don't care what you see me as. I decided to meet Richard because I knew that he was single. Richard and I are in love with each other, and we already have made deep plans for our future. He already has a future with another woman, who happens to be his wife. Richard is and has been married to me. I can't believe you unless you show me some proof that he's actually your husband. Why don't you come on over to my house right now, this instant? You'll find out everything that you need to know about Richard. You can find everything here about our marriage. Why don't we start off with some wedding photos? I'm going to need to see some certified documents proving your marriage and documents of your identity. Unless it's any of those documents, or a family relations certificate, I won't believe anything you're telling me. Wow. What's this damn world coming to? My husband is literally out cheating on me with another girl, and she's asking me to show her document proof of our marriage. I cannot believe this.
Anyway, I did nothing wrong on my part. I dated Richard because I knew that he was single. If you have a problem with that, then I guess you'll have to figure it out on your own. I have other things to do, so I'm going to go ahead and hang up.
Wow. I can't believe the nerve on this little twit. That's why she probably thought it's completely fine to go around sleeping with someone else's husband.
You pig!
Who the hell are you calling a pig?
Have you been plugging your ears this whole time? I don't think you understand English properly. I understand that you're the victim here, but I am also a victim. You think I'd be stupid enough to date someone who is already married?
Quit hollering at me. If anything, I deserve to yell my guts out in front of your face.
I had no idea that Richard was already married to someone. You do know that this doesn't make for a viable reason for alimony charges, right? This is not a valid enough reason for you to be saying you're gonna sue me.
That's not for you to worry about. I'll figure it out on my own, so you can go ahead and mind your own business.
I'm telling you, woman, I was also the victim. You're not the only victim here. All I did was date a man who I thought was single. I thought there was a future ahead for us. With that logic, who's going to give me my compensation?
That's none of my business, and I really don't care.
I think I deserve to ask you for the compensation. You practically got me into this mess because you couldn't take care of your husband well enough. Have you ever thought about why your husband might have cheated on you in the first place? Maybe it has to do with the fact that you're not attractive to him anymore. You could have taken those things into consideration if you loved him so much. Putting on some more makeup or getting some plastic surgery done would have made your husband want to stay at home instead of sleeping in motels. Don't you ever contact me ever again. The next time, I'm going to completely ignore all of your calls.
You really Why are you being so obnoxiously nosy? What's it matter to you where I am?
Can we just talk for a moment? I'm begging you, please.
Fine, let's hear it. Let's hear what you have to say after all this time, after everything that's happened. Let's hear it, Richard. What was so important that you had to call me 37 times in a span of 4 days? Let's listen to what you finally have to tell me.
Honey, please.
Don't honey me. I'm not your honey anymore.
She cheated on me.
Yeah, so? You cheated on me too, you moron.
She really cheated on me.
That's what you wanted to tell me? Poor you, she cheated on you. That is why you called me 37 times, just to tell me that?
That's not all. She cheated on me with 2 other men.
Oh, what a pity. You cheated on me with just one girl, but she cheated on you with 2 people? How devastating. They say only the first time is hard when it comes to cheating on your spouse. Then all the other attempts become easy.
That's not all. There's something more shocking about this.
Wow, Richard. I didn't know you were the type of guy to get shocked about such things. You didn't expect something like this to happen? When you decided to leave me for her, you didn't expect for her to cheat on you with a handful of other guys? You really are an idiot. You moved in with a twit like her, all for what? How stupid.
No, you have to listen to me. This is so unfair.
If you think it's unfair, then why don't you cheat on her as well? 2 can play at that game, right?
No, listen. The 2 men she was cheating on me with are my friends.
Wow, I guess that's mildly interesting. So what?
You remember Tim and Brad, right?
Your friends from high school? Of course I remember them. They were like your closest friends. Isn't Brad's wife really intimidating when she's angry? I remember hearing about how Brad literally gets whipped around by his wife.
Yeah, he does.
So how in the world did she get involved with your friends? Did you guys decide to have a get-together or something?
No, it wasn't that.
Then what happened?
The first time I met her was at a nightclub with my friends.
Well, I'm not surprised.
When we first met her, she sat at our table and we talked all together.
You must be so proud of yourself. Gathering with all your married friends at a nightclub and bringing a young girl over to your table. Do you feel good about telling me this? You really want to tell me about how you guys took turns sleeping with her? Some friends. But I guess you guys all got what you wanted. I thought you truly loved each other. You said you just want to leave me for her.
Ellie, please, stop mocking me and listen. After leaving you, I realized how good of a wife you were and have been to me. programs on Google that help you to do so. Maybe if you stopped going around and cheating on me, you would know better.
So, are you here to brag about spying on me using your fancy little internet tricks?
All I'm doing right now is asking you. I just want an honest answer. According to the detective agency, you were with a new man yesterday. How can you even call yourself a human being?
Dating life is all about changing of hearts. I can like whomever I want, whenever I want. The freedom of being able to
You better believe it, because there's nothing you can do to save yourself. Think about the type of men you chose to sleep with. First, it was a married man, and you knew it. Then you went on to go sleeping with all of his closest friends.
I wasn't the one to choose to sleep with them. They were the ones who told me that they love me.
I read your text on my ex-husband's phone. You said, "Nothing turns me on more than a married man." Does that ring any bells for you? You're just a dirty human being who is out of touch with morality. Stupid games win stupid prizes, don't they?
Please don't do this to me.
Oh, look at Mrs. Pretty Please all of a sudden. What happened to the loud-mouthed swine that I was speaking to earlier?
I couldn't control my... The 4 guys are willing to conduct a DNA test for the baby. They all refused when I asked.
Oh no, what a pity.
So I guess I'll just have to raise the baby all on my own.
Well, at least you've decided not to get an abortion. I can respect that to a certain degree.
Please, that's why I'm begging for your help. I can't afford to pay all 4 women. I have to put my studio apartment up for sale in order to do so. I can't do that. Please.
Oh, you poor thing.
Right? I'm at my lowest right now. I really need you to help me out. I'm begging you.
You really don't want to get back together?
Nope.
But I helped you to your advantage. I helped you get your compensation.
You did it because you wanted to get revenge on her for sleeping with your friends.
No, I did it because I love you.
Since when did you love me so much? I thought you loved your cheating girlfriend more. That's why you left me. And now you're going to tell me that you did all this because you love me.
I'm just telling you that I did.
I'm so grateful that I divorced you. If I had known before that you were such a pathetic lowlife, it would have only been a matter of time before I divorced you. What was I even thinking staying married to someone like you? I thank the heavens that we ended up getting divorced. I have absolutely no regrets.
Please, Ellie.
None of the 4 men wanted to take responsibility for Linda's baby. I honestly do not blame them. Which one of the 4 men in their right mind would want to take responsibility of the baby? All 4 of them unknowingly took turns sleeping with her, and they wouldn't even want to know whose it was. When it comes to such circumstances, it's apparently possible to deny any confirmations about who's the biological father. It's too late for Linda to get an abortion anyway, so that's all on her now. After what happened, Linda got fired from her current job after she got busted sleeping with men in motels during her work hours. Even her own parents refused to take her side when they found out about their daughter's actions. She ended up selling her studio apartment and paying all 4 of the wives' alimony. I stayed relatively quiet after receiving my side of the compensation. But for Brad's wife, it was just the beginning. Apparently, she had stormed into Linda's workplace and also managed to find her parents' location. She made sure that Linda and her parents really learned their lesson for good. Linda's parents were probably so ashamed of their daughter. I'm assuming that they're too embarrassed to show their face in public anymore, now that everyone in town knows what happened. When Linda's baby is born, she'll most likely be a single mother who saves up to be poor. My ex-husband, Richard, also got fired from his job. All those times when he went to the motel during work hours have been exposed by his employer. The company also found out that Richard had paid for the motels using his company credit card. Twice. This really shows what lust can drive any human to do. It causes people to commit such unbelievable acts of betrayal. I found it hilariously absurd at the way Richard paid for the motel using his company's credit card. Was he even thinking? Did he feel like bragging about having an affair to his employer? It really did make me laugh out loud in disbelief. I guess he really wanted to get inside that motel room. God knows what happened next. As for the rest of Richard's high school friends, they all became enemies with one another. I also found it ironic how their long-lasting friendship ended in such short notice. One moment they're at a nightclub, drinking and having the time of their lives, and cheating on all of their wives. All of a sudden, they despise each other more than anything else in the world. Men are very strange indeed. Adam, are you finished with work? And are you feeling any better?
I just finished work a second ago, but I'm still not feeling all too great. Today, even I felt like my body was falling apart while trying to do my job. But at least with your help recently, things haven't been all too bad for me.
This time you haven't been feeling too great for a long time. And tomorrow you're going to have an important meeting, right? Do you think you'll be all right there?
Well, I have no reason to take the day off and not go to it. I'll figure out something, though.
Well, for dinner today, I made you some very balanced meals to try and get you back into shape. So once you've eaten all of that, you should go right to bed. When you're feeling this bad, the best medicine is a good meal and some well-needed sleep.
I know that. That's what you've always been telling me, Shelby. Is this all another part of your natural remedies for me?
That's right. When it comes to having to heal your body, it's better to rely on nature than take all of those medications. So I think this time you're better off not going to the hospital and just letting nature do its thing.
Well, ever since I married you, you've always been in extremely good health. And I'm sure that has to do with how well you take care of yourself. I trust that you'll take just as good care of me as you do yourself.
I'm really happy you said that. I know that this time your sickness has been around a bit longer than before, but letting nature take care of you is a whole lot better than letting terrible medicines get into your system. Let's do our best together to get you feeling better.
Thank you so much, Shelby. But I think that if this goes on longer than I'm comfortable with, it wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a trip to the hospital for it. There has to be a limit to a lot of this natural remedy stuff.
Why are you saying that now? Going there isn't good for you. If you were to go behind my back and see a doctor, I'd have to divorce you.
Come on, that's going too far. Even saying that as a joke is a bit scary.
Then if you don't want that, let me continue taking care of you. Please?
All right. My health is my #1 priority at the moment. Well, I'm getting close to the bus stop now. Then I'll be on my way home as quick as possible.
Okay. I'll get your dinner all ready and be waiting for you. Adam, are you feeling any better? Did you make sure to eat your dinner last night? I made sure to warm it up for you before I went to sleep.
You don't have to keep doing all of that for me. I'm not a kid after all. But to be honest, I'm only getting worse, I think. Right now, I feel pretty out of it due to the amount of aching that's running through my body.
You took the day off work today, right? It would have been nice if I'd taken the day off as well to come home and care for you. I'm sorry.
There's nothing you can do about that, so please don't get too worked up over it. And when you think about it, I've been feeling really bad for over 2 weeks now, right? I'm starting to think I really shouldn't just let myself continue through this amount of pain.
But even if you think that, there's nothing else you can do, right? I've been trying my best to feed you all the best foods, but I think this time it'll just take longer for you to get over this bout. I'm sure that your body is doing its best right now to fight off whatever is making you feel bad, and it'll just take some time.
But I had to take off work yet again. It's one thing for myself to have to fight off all this pain, but me not being able to work all the times is also causing trouble for the office, I think. So I'm thinking about going to the hospital.
No! Wait a second. I'm telling you that you don't have to go to the hospital. You've been doing just fine for a while now using all my natural remedies, right? So you'll be fine this time as well.
But I don't think I'm doing okay this time, and that's why I feel awful. And just visiting the hospital to see what's up is fine, right?
It is not fine! Trying to heal your body with all those chemical-ridden medicines is no good. If you do all of that, you'll just make yourself more sick and ruin your immune system. Even if you make yourself feel better for a month with those medications, the next time you get sick, you'll be even worse off.
I understand what you're wanting to say here, but a little bit of medication won't hurt me.
Do you really plan to go to the hospital? I'm telling you right now that healing naturally is the only way, though. You even told me last week that you trusted me.
And I do trust you, and I'm very thankful for everything you've done for me. Me being able to go so long without having to visit any doctors was because of you and your care. And after this, I will be thankful for everything else you do to care for me.
Then why not listen to what I'm saying to you right now?
But like I said, there is a limit to a lot of this. I'd much rather try my luck at the hospital over trying to continue fighting this sickness with my own strength. And there are times where natural remedies aren't enough.
I think I said this before, that if you go to the hospital, I'm going to divorce you. Is that what you want?
I am tired of hearing that joke from you, Shelby. I'm telling you that I'm getting tired of being in this much pain, and I need something done about it right away.
I'm not joking about this. I'm very, very serious.
Yeah, whatever you say. Well, in a little bit, I'm going to head over to the hospital. I already made an appointment there, so I have to get going. I'll be going now.
Hey! Stop right there! I'm being serious about what I said, Adam.
I just want to stop by and have them take a look at me so we understand what the problem is. And then you can relax as well, right? I'll make sure to give you a call or text once I'm finished. Could you just try and calm down a little and wait for me? All right. I'll see you soon. The tests have all been completed. And I have some things I want to ask you about. Do you think you can talk with me right now? Well, when you see these messages later, you can send me a text back. But there was something that the doctor wanted to ask you about. He asked me what I had been eating, and wanted to ask the same thing from you since I honestly don't know half the time. Have you been putting things in my food that shouldn't be eaten?
My daughter has passed away.
Huh? What the heck are you talking about?
I said that my daughter passed away. This is Shelby's mother you're talking to now.
Huh? This is real? You're Shelby's mom. She's dead?
That's right. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but she has passed away and I had to tell you.
No, there's no way she could have actually passed away. We were just talking to each other 2 hours ago, right before I left for the hospital. And even during that time, I was still talking to her a bit. This has to be Shelby right now.
I know that you don't want to believe me, but I'm telling the truth. Shelby was working her part-time job. She got into an accident. And from there, things went downhill.
Then why, when all of that was happening, did I not get any calls? If there was an accident at her work, I'm sure that someone there would have called me to let me know. After all, I'm on the emergency contact list.
They said that they called the house phone, but nobody picked up. You have been at the hospital during that time, right? That's why I had to be the one to hear the bad news.
Can you stop with this crap now, Shelby? There's no way you died. If I've already figured out your lie, then you should just stop messing around and tell me the truth.
And I have been asking you to stop messing around as well. Why do you not trust me?
Well, I wasn't going to try to ruin all of your lie. But I can't trust you because I went to the hospital today with your mom.
Wait, what?
And right now, she is still with me. So there's no way that it could be her on the other end of the phone. So that whole lie you just told me was useless from the start.
Why are you with my mom right now? I never heard anything about you two going to the hospital from her either.
Well, going to the hospital on my own with how bad I was feeling turned out to not be going so well. So I called your mom and asked her to come over to the house and take me in to see the doctor. So are you going to stop trying to lie to me now?
Well, if my mom's with you, of course you're not going to believe me now.
Well, yeah. And why did you decide to try and lie to me about your own death? Are you really trying to hide what you've been feeding me from me and the doctor?
Stop that. This was just a joke, was all. You should have known that.
But it seemed to me like you were trying too hard to get me to believe you. Well, at the moment, it doesn't matter to me. If that really was a joke, you'll be able to tell me what you've been feeding me, right? The doctor would like to know as well. So, please tell me.
You should already understand my intentions, right? That I have only ever been feeding you this stuff so that you could feel better again, right? So I never fed you anything that I thought was wrong or bad for you.
But if that was the case, I would have never had to come to the hospital, right? What the doctor had said to me was, the most likely cause of me becoming so ill and in pain was most likely from whatever you had been feeding me. So there's no way you can't know what you've been giving me to eat.
Well, I don't. Stop trying to blame me for this.
I wasn't saying that this was your fault. But if you don't tell me what you've been feeding me, then we'll never be able to get anywhere with all this mess. Do you think you could come home now? Then we can have a good conversation about this in person.
I'm not coming back to you. I told you in the first place that if you ever went to the hospital for anything, I'd divorce you, correct? Yet you didn't listen to me and went to see a doctor anyway.
Well, when I've been feeling as bad as I have been, there was no other option besides seeing someone that could run some tests on me. So stop trying to act so rude towards me when I'm the one that has been struggling this whole time. But if you're not going to come home to talk, then I guess divorce it is. If you don't want that, then come home right now. I'll be waiting for you to make your decision.
Hey, Adam. Were you being serious about what you said yesterday? Please tell me that was all a lie.
I was hoping that you were the one that was lying to me. For a very long time now, you've been pushing all of those natural remedies onto me, huh?
Well, that stuff all really works. I've been doing it to myself for the longest time now, and everything's worked out for me. And so I wanted to make sure that you could live like me. I wanted to help you with your stress and things like that by giving you all of those remedies, so that one day you'd start to feel better again.
And so to try and get me to feel better, you started to feed me rotten things? That seems pretty idiotic to me, Shelby. And when you saw that it was only making my body worse, you should have stopped feeding me that crap, right?
I'm sorry.
We both know that we are adults now, and that saying something as simple as I'm sorry isn't going to end this. And since yesterday you didn't want to work with me about a lot of this stuff, I had to call the police and work with them. And they said, for starters, it's best to divorce you.
I just told you that I'm sorry. You have to know that I never meant to hurt you with anything that I was doing to you.
You never thought you were hurting me? Shut up, Shelby. Please. I was sick for weeks after you kept feeding me that crap, and you never once thought to stop what you were doing. So if you weren't aware that your remedies were the center of the problem, then you have something much worse going on here.
Well, I was getting fed up with you is all. You started to feel sick and kept acting like a big baby about it. So I was trying my best to make you feel better as quick as possible. There was nothing about what I was doing that was meant to harm you.
But the only thing your remedies did was harm me. And what's this about stress? Did I do something to you that made you get so worked up?
It wasn't you that got me super stressed. Recently, I have been getting in trouble more and more at my part-time job. And all of that stress started to drive me nuts is all.
So in other words, when I got sick, that's what caused you to lose your mind? But even when you're having that bad of a time, what makes you think you can feed me rotten food to cure me? Was that all a way for you to see me in pain so you didn't have to feel so bad about yourself? I'm not a punching bag, you know.
I'm really, really sorry, Adam. But I'm serious when I say that I was going crazy from the stress. And I guess I never realized what I was doing to you. And during that whole time, you could have complained or something about the food, but you didn't.
Well, I had said a few times that the food I was eating tasted wrong, but you tell me every time that the food I was eating was to make me better and stronger again. And because I trusted you so much, I had nothing in my head telling me to not believe what you were saying. Even when I did want to stop eating that stuff, I didn't say anything.
Then that makes this all your fault.
But here's the thing. You ended up betraying my trust in you. So there's no way I can forgive you so easily now.
But asking for a divorce and getting the police involved is a bit too far, right? I'm asking you to please rethink what you're trying to do to me right now. I promise that I'm overdoing any more of that awful crap to you.
But Shelby, you really did not like the idea of me going to the hospital for everything that was wrong with me, huh?
And what about all of that?
That must mean that you knew that if you were exposed, you'd get into a lot of trouble, right? So you must have known that what you were doing to me was really bad. Yet you kept on doing it while telling me that it wasn't your remedies causing my health to deteriorate. Do you really think I'm going to let this slide? I don't think I'll ever be able to trust you now. I don't think anyone in their right mind should trust you after pulling that.
Stop talking like that. Having the police get involved is going to really cause me some problems. Wouldn't you feel bad for me if they were to take me in? And even though you say you want a divorce, we still haven't gone through with it yet, so I'm still your wife.
I know you're just going to keep trying to squeeze your way out of this. So that's why I had to get the officials involved in this. If I didn't, I'd never be able to get myself out of this.
I'm telling you that I've learned my lesson, Adam. So please, tell them this was all a joke or something and let's make up. We can turn this all around and go back to being a happy husband and wife.
We are far past ever being able to rebuild this relationship. So I'm going to get back with the police, as well as start filling out the divorce forms. Then I'll be able to rebuild my life instead of having to try and rebuild a relationship with someone that has been trying to hurt me. I'm sure at first all of this is going to leave a slight taste in my mouth, but it's much better than having to go another day with the taste of rotten food in me. When we were finished, I was able to get a divorce to go through smoothly with Shelby. I was able to use the results from the tests that I had been given at the hospital as a way of getting the law on my side, as well as getting Shelby's parents to understand the full extent of what their daughter had been doing to me. And with the evidence now in hand, the police were able to go after Shelby for knowingly poisoning me with rotten and spoiled foods. And to make sure that I didn't have to hear from her again after, I blocked her number, as well as all of her social media accounts. Once the police had taken her into custody, she was taken to court where she had a trial against me and my lawyer, and was shown all the evidence of my blood work showing that she had indeed been feeding me very bad foods. The ending result of that was me getting a large settlement from her, that she'd have to pay to me in one whole payment. With her now having to pay all that money, and living with the fact that everyone knew what she did to me, I'd say she got what she deserved. At this moment, Shelby's back at her parents' house now, living with them. I'm not sure what will happen with her now, but I do know that both her parents are going to keep a good eye on her and make sure that she never causes anybody else the pain she caused me. I've noticed that a few weeks of not eating any of the things she had fed me before, my body has slowly started to come back to being healthy, and I've been able to start taking some medications that have really helped me along as well. I have to say that the only natural remedy that seemed to work for me here was having the two of us divorced so that I was never around Shelby ever again.
Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.